morning, friends. It's Dano from the Budget Newbie, and today I am doing my second paycheck of June budget. So I'm actually doing this a day later than I normally would, but that is okay. Yeah, it's been a really uneventful 2 weeks. We've just been in lockdown. Like, thankfully, we've come out of lockdown a little bit. We've still got quite a lot of restrictions, but certainly not to the extent that we were, which is great. And I'm just so glad that my studio can open up again, because I've definitely seen a hit in my paycheck for that. So definitely glad to be back at sort of full pay for that again. But anyway, that's how we roll, and it does make things interesting when you've got a variable income. I definitely feel for those that is their sole income. I'm very lucky to still have a full-time job as well. So there will definitely be some things in this budget that I can't do. Like, I don't think I will have enough to do the full rollover, like my snowball of $600. I don't think I'll have that to be able to do this time. So we'll just see. We'll work it out. Anyway, let's get into this. So let's do my income, not our income. You guys can be included if you really want. But first up, I have my salary income. And for that, this time I got $2,142. I know with the end of financial year, I'll be getting a bonus, but I don't know if that comes in the next paycheck or the following one. It might be the one after. So we'll just see when that comes through. After that, I've got my studio. So for the 2 weeks, I only got 220, which, considering that's normally, what is it normally? It's like in the $600 mark normally, if not more. Okay, so that's those two. Next up, I am going to be using a sinking fund. So I'm using up my subscription sinking fund. So I'm just going to find that. Here it is. And let's see how much I've got in there. So it's got $110 in there. So I will be taking that out. I'll just write a note on here so that I remember. I will be paying my Canva subscription. So I've taken out 110, which leaves 0. So this doesn't entirely pay for the Canva, but what I would have put in my subscription envelope for this paycheck, as well as this, pays for it. That's why I did it that way. So 110. And then lastly is whatever is left over in my envelopes for this month. So I had nothing left in petrol, had all of my fun money, $30 left in miscellaneous, and nothing left in food, because I was bored while being at home, so I spent a lot on food and Uber Eats, which is not great, but I'm just being honest with you. So in total, that leaves me $100 left over. So got a rollover. Of 100. Okay, so let's add all this together. So I've got 2,142 plus 220 plus 110 plus 100 equals $2,572, which isn't much at all, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So bills. I definitely have a few. Let's I didn't even, I did. Okay. Let me zoom you out. Okay. So I'm just gonna get, let's go this color so we can highlight what we're gonna be paying today. So we are gonna be paying mortgage, my city, my coach, iCloud, Canva, Gracie, Wilson's Parking, and Netflix. And I will be getting, like, I'm doing my budget again on the 3rd of July. So I don't have any bills that are due in the first couple of days of then. So I won't be paying anything in next month. So that's great. So I'm just going to write out all those bills and I will come back. Okay, so there are all my bills. I don't actually have that many bills this month, which is great news. So let's add them all together. So I've got my mortgage and my city is $850. Got my coach, which is at $100. iCloud and Canva come together to be $170, plus my coach, plus Wilson's, plus Netflix. So that comes to equal $1,390. And if I take that away from the $2,572 that I'm receiving, I am left over with $1,182. Okay, let me move this up so you can see it. Okay, so my usual food, petrol, fun and miscellaneous are here. So I'm going to give it the same amount that I have been giving it. So food is getting 200, petrol gets 150, fun gets 70, and miscellaneous gets 50, which equals 470. If I take that away from the 1,182, I am left with $712. Okay. $712. Now, as I have been doing for quite some time, I am putting my $50 into my emergency fund. So that is 50. So I'm going to take that away from the $712 so I know how much I've got to play with. So I've got $662 to play with. Now, so I was putting in $60 for subscriptions, and that's to be considered into the amount that I've taken out for there. So if I normally put in $300 for subscription fund or sinking funds in total, I should really only be putting in $240 for sinking funds. That would leave $220 left over for my rollover this month. I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. Because I still have things like my car insurance and everything that's going to come up in August. So that's only 2 months away. I really need to get on that. Rather than focusing on debt. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to, what did I say, 240? Yeah, I'm just going to do that. And then, so if I take away 240, okay, I'm not going to worry about the $2 So I'm just going to put $420 in my snowball. So I'm using up $420. Leftover would be $52 because I'm not worrying about the $52. And then that's fine. So we've got $240 to play with here. So let's work out. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to put stuff towards Christmas. And definitely my coach's wedding. I'm also getting very close to finishing these, which is nice. So, yeah. Okay. As I mentioned, I've got car things due, so I'm definitely going to have to put stuff towards that. Let's strip that. So I'm not putting anything into subscriptions. I'm just going through. So I'm not putting anything into that. I don't think I'll put anything into Costco. Oh, my poll envelope. That hasn't had anything for a while, and it's only got $20 in there. So that's a possibility. Clothing. It's got $50 in there. Books can wait. I've got enough books. Well, I don't, but compared to other things, I think I won't do clothing. Not going to do travel, can't go anywhere. Birthdays. How much do I have in there? I've got 140 in there. My next lot of birthdays are August and September. So I do have a little bit of time before then. Moving, that won't be till the end of the year, but it will be expensive. And I've only got $20 in there. So might look at putting some stuff in for moving. Health and beauty. No, I'm going to leave that. It's got 70 in it. I'm going to separate this and make it a medical one. House. I do have some bills coming up, so I will put some things into that. I'm putting stuff into my car. And I've already got my coach's wedding. Oh, my nephew. And Christmas I've already got. So I need to add nephew. And then house, moving, and pole. So that's all I'm going to put in this time round. So Christmas, I think I'm already at like $300 and my goal is $500. So I'm just going to put in, it's a lesser amount. So if I put in 40 for that, that leaves me, oops. My coach's wedding, I think I'm going to put in 50. Just because that is definitely sooner. That leaves me 150. Car, I'm going to put in 40 because, as I said, those bills are coming up soon. Nephew, I'm just going to put in 20. So I've got $90 left. I could do $30 for each, but I think I only want to do 20 for pole because I really shouldn't be buying that much for pole anymore because it will pretty much become under my business. So at least $70. So I think I'm going to do $40 for house and $30 for moving. Yeah, I like that plan. So that equals 240. Let's just double check that. So I've got 40 plus 50 plus 40 plus 20 plus 40 plus 30 plus 20 equals 440. Perfect. So 170 take away, 170. 1712 take away 240 equals 472. 472. And all the rest works out. Perfect. Okay. Got money flying everywhere. So now I'm just going to quickly work out my cash envelope denominations that I need. So I'm going to quickly go through, write all these out, and come back to you. Okay, so for food, once again, I will be doing my breakup of one $100 note, 150, two 20s, and one 10. Petrol, $100 note and $150 note. Fun, actually that's kind of been annoying lately, having that as a 50. I know it stops me from buying stuff, but then it makes it really hard when I bought stuff online and I need to put it in my online spending, and because I only have 50s, I can't break it, so then I forget to actually put it in that envelope. So I'm going to do two 20s and a 10. Miscellaneous, again, two 20s and a 10, because that's what I use for my savings challenges. Christmas, I'm going to do two 20s. Gracie's wedding, 150. Car, two 20s. Nephew, 120. House, 220. Moving, 120 and 110. And pole, 120. So that gives me a count of, I need two $100 notes, three 50s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, $20 notes, and then four 10s. Now, from what I pulled out of my envelopes, plus my online spending one, rather than putting this back into my bank account and then withdrawing money, I'm just going to pull that out now and not withdraw the money. So I already have one $100 note, so I only need one. I have two 50s, so I only need one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 20s, so I only need 11, and I've got two 10s, so I only need 2. Perfect. All right, well, I am going to go to the bank, get all this money out, and then I will be able to do my cash stuffing video. So thank you for budgeting with me. Let's just move this out. Yes, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I always say, I really do appreciate all of you because you do keep me highly motivated with this budgeting method. I have done a lot better than I have with any other system. I still have areas to improve upon, but we kind of all do, and that's a part of the journey. So thank you for each and every one of you. I really do appreciate all of you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And I will see you all next time. Bye.